The caster is slowing down the game. That's of course the Korean caster. Shh, don't tell him.
Okay.
And yeah, okay, let's have a look what we're gonna see on this game here in particular. Gwangali Beach, as mentioned before, is the new map that was added to the map pool here in Korea by the OSL. And this is, of course, on screen right now. The Terran player for Team FX Open.
FXO GuMiho.
GuMiho for Team FX Open, a strong Terran player, especially in Wings of Liberty. Now in Heart of the Swarm, he has to give it his best up against the Protoss player to the top right. Guess what? 18 minutes.
Ace Team Terminator.
Yeah, for some reason I'm having dropping frames. I've actually considered leaving the game because I don't want to slow down for the players. You can just watch on your screen. I suppose it'll be fine.
I will tell you if there's...
Yeah, if you notice anything, let me know.
So currently looking at the statistics for the two of them, we are looking at the map scores offline in Heart of the Swarm. If you look at GuMiho's win percentage against Protoss players, he has 72%. He played 18 games in total, won 13 of those. And his opponent in Pro League only played 8. He won exactly half of them. So won 4 maps, lost 4. And we have a double barracks opening here by GuMiho with 1 forward barracks that might be scouted by the pro.
Totally gasless, so it's not going to be a you know, any sort of Reaper shenanigans, and not even going to be Marauders. So he has a few things he could do with this. He could just pull some SCVs and pressure. On the other hand, we have Terminator probably going to put a gateway here and do some very heavy Stalker and Mothership Core aggression. So really funny how this one works out.
Yeah, both of them want to be aggressive on this map, like both of them just saying, hey, I want to get it over with.
Yeah.
So let's see what exactly Terminator has in mind. The pilot's already at the front, and we have the first Marines being built. Going for the Stargate. A little bit more common.
Yeah.
Going for the Oracle here.
Yeah, most likely the Oracle coming out here. You know, I thought he might add a gateway or two and just try to rally Stalkers in the Mothership Core, but obviously not his plan. Even skip Warp Gate to get this out as fast as possible.
Yeah, going into the Mothership Core, of course, now as well. The Marines are already rallied. And that's, of course, going to be crucial if the Marines are going to see not only the Stargate, but maybe even just sniping the Oracle right away.
It looks like he's going right for it. I think this is absolutely going to be scouted. Oh, he goes around the left side of the building instead, passing the 7-11.
Well, he has to, kind of, if he doesn't take down the rocks. But
oh yeah, you're right. I didn't realize those were rocks there.
Does he? No, he just scouted apparently. Okay, so he didn't really want to make all the way to the top. But this should really be immediately scouted.
Yeah.
When the Oracle comes out. But the problem is with all the Marines now rallying to the top right, they might just exchange harvesters here. Here comes the Mothership Core though, and he sees it, but the Marines have already been spotted, and Terminator is now using another Chrono Boost, and with all those Marines not being in the main base, he can actually just walk into the main and kill the SCVs.
Yeah.
The Marines are on their way back, but this is going to be a very tight race.
He's absolutely going to have to pull his SCVs here. If he wants to just stick around, it's going to be a mistake. He needs to pull away immediately. How fast does he react? There's the attack here on the Oracle, and you know, he's not pulling away. He's going to lose several harvesters, but not as many as I thought. In fact, only 3 going down.
Yeah. Oh, and he loses the Oracle, and that's, of course, a problem.
Yeah, that was a huge oversight. Zealot comes in here as well and picks off a unit. We'll have to walk away now.
You always want to save the Oracle, because then you have a pressure point where you can use the Oracle later on when your opponent moves out to go into the main base again, or you force him to invest into missile turrets. Second Oracle is now being produced, but we already have the Widow Mines on the production tab. They will be able to help out with the defense. And also, the Starport is now on the way.
Yeah. Man, once you have 1 Viking, this is no longer a big problem for you. So, here comes the second Oracle now. We'll see how much damage he can get done. Probably not a whole lot. The Widow Mine is also about to pop out, so, you know, with a little bit of luck, you might actually be able to get that.
Stalker for a second there in the main base. When SCV was taken out, the Widow Mine is already in position, exactly where it has to be, right at the refinery. And this Reaper gets into the main base, or at least scout what's going on here.
Yeah, Reaper checking to see how many gates. Are you going for an all-in follow-up in Void Rays? And it looks that way with the 3 gateways in total coming out here.
No expansion just yet. He doesn't build a Nexus, but we have already the command center halfway done for the Terran player. Trope goes down to natural though, and with a little bit more minerals, he can drop the Nexus. Will be a little bit later than the expansion for GuMiho. But here's once again the Oracle moving in, trying to delay said expansion.
Yeah, and he gets that delay off very nicely. If he's going to go for the Void Ray push, he only needs one, but his probe is actually positioned looking like he wants to make Nexus.
Wow. I like it. Cute moves here, taking down a few more hit points of the Oracle, but they're not able to kill him.
I really like this Reaper by GuMiho. It's a very delayed Reaper since he went for the Gold Eric's opening, but it's so nice for him to scout because now he saw, oh, you're not making a Void Ray, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. You're also not making a Phoenix. He is now, but at that time he was not. So just really good information. He's also going to be able to fly over here and see the Nexus actually warping in.
We have tanks on the production there for the Terran player, so this game actually looks like we're going to see a lot of aggression, but in the end, as it turns out, we have a little bit more of a slow-paced game now, both players trying to go into their two-base play. We have for GuMiho the opening second with a double barracks, but he had to go back because of the Oracle. Oracle doing a little bit of damage, not too much, especially with the late expansion that we have here for the Protoss player. Everything just starting to equal out here. Of course, he's going to lose the Stargate and the Pylon, there's no doubt about that. Even with the Phoenix here, there's no way of saving it.
Yeah. You know, in total, just having one Phoenix in general, the total use of that is actually still quite high because you can, if you spot a drop, force Marines to be put down, or Widow Mines, or whatever the case may be. You can also lift one siege tank up. In this particular game, of course, we're going to see siege tanks. Not very common in this matchup.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see what GuMiho is now doing with this. He's pushing out now, and Stim is not just done. He started it, but he has not completed it yet. Terminator is moving straight into a couple of Immortals, so he has a really good weapon against that. And we have also for GuMiho now the engineering bay for the upgrades.
Yeah. GuMiho enjoying a stroll on the beach here.
Yeah, the Marine is trying just to get one of those seats, but they are all already occupied. That is so annoying at Korean beaches, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. I totally feel on that. There's also usually a lack of hot dog stands, I've noticed.
Yeah, but you can go to the 7-Eleven that we saw already earlier.
Yeah, grab a hot dog or maybe even a soda.
Yeah.
Well, this is a really strong push, actually. I'm not so sure Terminator is going to be able to hold this because he only has one Immortal. He's down 10 army supply.
And he has no Colossi or anything that has like a huge range. Here come the Siege tanks now, not with Siege mode just yet, trying to bait out a Siege up, but that's not the case. Here we go. And immediately, of course, the Nexus Cannon and the Siege tanks in a really good position here, getting great shots off against those sentries and stalkers.
Yeah, he actually has to fight. He can't just try to bait the cannon because that Nexus, once it's gone, the cannon will be gone as well. He has 2 overcharges, or he can use a Time Warp. That's that lift I was talking about, you know, eliminating one of those Siege tanks from firing is actually such a big deal, especially if he allows his Immortals to get close.
Yeah, the Phoenix is immediately being attacked, but the rest of the army is already gone by the time that the Siege tank is back to business. So now losing quite a lot of army supply here. GuMiho with a really good attack, pressuring a lot, but right now we still have a very equal game, and that Nexus just didn't fall.
Yeah. Keep in mind that GuMiho still has arguably the better tech because he has healing and there's still no AoE, and also he has +1 combat shields on the way, whereas we just have the Forge now.
And there's just no way right now to get out those Colossi or Storms, and that's why we see for Terminator the robotic spay now being built. The drop once again in the main base. He has to lift back, but the medivac is immediately being attacked and he's losing everything.
Yeah, that was a bit overzealous. The idea is there, but you know, if you're going to do that, don't boost first, boost after you pick up, so you can save those units.
I think he went just for the pickup and thought he already picked up the units and then tried to get out of there, so that was a bit of a miss-micro problem that he had. And in this situation, he lost, of course, a lot of very valuable units once again.
Yeah, you know, dropping a Siege tank can actually do a ton of damage in the main base, but if you lose it, then it's never worth it. Even if you kill 4 or 5 probes, you know, Siege tank is so valuable when you have such a weak army.
Yeah, the Zealot here, by the way, running on the highway and is immediately being followed by the Marines with a pickup on the medivac and afterburner boost. He could actually move in and take it out.
Yeah, he just did that actually off screen. Looks like, you know, GuMiho Police here says no running on the highway, only for cars.
Yeah.
And
Born to be wild.
And Born to be wild, indeed. That Zealot was playing on the beach earlier. Zealot likes to party.
It was a happy Zealot, and then he got shot down.
Yeah.
Can't have it all.
You can't.
Live fast, die young.
Exactly, that's how they do it. Well, this push here is a little bit awkward to me because, yeah, he has the Immortals, but he's going without Colossi, and there's so much DPS in those Marines. I think maybe he was just trying to intercept a possible drop because to actually attack like that would be a mistake.
we have 3 bases now already up for GuMiho, and Terminator is trying to follow suit with this third Nexus being built. But in economy, we always have GuMiho just a little tiny bit ahead of his opponent. And as you already mentioned earlier, the tech is just so late for Terminator. He's trying to get his foresight count up, but already Vikings on the production tab. We have 2 of them being controlled by GuMiho already, and he's just using the Starport to build more and more of them. He has also the better upgrades. +1 attack is already done. Combat shield, stim. He's going into the armor upgrade now. So yeah, that's a lot that he has. A really good advantage here for the Terran player.
Absolutely. You know, if you have a late third as a Protoss in this matchup, it's okay if you have a tech advantage over your opponent. Like you have Colossi and he doesn't have Vikings, or you have Storm and he hasn't switched to Ghost yet. But in this case, not only is he behind the expansion, but his tech is just not where it needs to be.
The Rock's being taken out. He definitely wants that soda. Yeah, that 7-11 is just a little bit too close and tempting.
Sometimes you've got to kill a debris. You can't actually walk around. You don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Well, this is just not going to work out. I mean, look at how fast that Colossus is going to fall in the box.
I think he just had no idea.
He just found out.
Yeah, he walks down the ramp and then he immediately gets a couple in his face and he's like, "Oh!"
That's when you find out 7-11 is closed.
Yeah,
and you have to go home. Really sad.
Yeah, you have to go to the GS25 on the right side of the map.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he's got to go. Maybe check out the CU. But you know, at this point in time,
what you could also do, I mean, there is an advertisement that they deliver pizza, so maybe he's just trying to go for a pizza. That's an alternative.
Yeah, certainly.
Waiting a little bit, you know, have a little bit of a bite until the Terran player finally arrives with his attack. Which is, by the way, the case right now.
Yeah,
so
here
that
comes the delivery.
That has to be really fast food because he doesn't have a lot of time to eat.
He certainly does not. There's 4 siege tanks in this mix. You know, you lost the tank earlier, but a good position here for GuMiho. Even though the Stalker's on the right side, they're not doing a whole lot against the Vikings.
The DPS of the Bioforce is moving in, taking down 2 of the Immortals, and he's just following up, trying to take down everything that Terminator has here. The Protoss player dropping down to 80 supply against 150, and GuMiho, he is on a roll, and he is taking down that third base.
GG. And, well, that game